So I know you come across a lot of YouTube videos and everybody's trying to teach you on how to sell digital products and everything like that. I'm going to tell you right now something that has been working for me, something that just seems to repeat itself over and over and over and brings me sales. And I really want to break it down in this video. Now, if you ever need any extensive help, I lay it all out in my digital playbook. If you just click the link below, I'm only letting you know that you can go there because it's very inexpensive. Anybody can get started. But maybe you have a digital product that either you're trying to resell because it's somebody else's, and maybe you earn either an affiliate commission or you have an MRR product, or maybe you just started out and you're creating your own digital product and you're like, screw that. Because if you're anything like me, I was a gym manager working 60 plus hours a week. I was putting stress on my mom to watch my daughter, right? I was only making like $4,000 a month. So nothing to write home and brag about. And I had to literally rely on my mom because I was a single dad. And even at $4,000 a month, I still couldn't really afford a babysitter. You would think I could, but with car payment, house payment, everything, raising a kid, I couldn't really afford a babysitter all the time, right? So anyways, it was tough and I needed to do something different. I tried to find multiple ways to make some money online. And I'm going to tell you right now, I did like affiliate marketing. If you scroll back to some old YouTube videos, you could probably find that I was a affiliate marketer, but I had my ups and downs with affiliate marketing. There was a one point where I was making money, and then the next time I wasn't really making any money, and it was just too inconsistent, and I needed something that actually worked. But what I really liked about digital products is, and I don't need to sell you guys on digital products, but what if you're like me, what I really like about them is you can just create something right from your home. Talk about working from home. Everybody's always looking for the work from home thing. And it's like, yo, digital products. You can create it in your home. You can literally create one with your phone if you want to do that, right? But like, and then you don't have to go anywhere. It's right here. Like the times have changed, right? It is here right now. You can create a digital product and you're good to go. I mean, like it's stupid, right? So, but I wanted to give you my $100,000 playbook because it never ceases to amaze me that it really works. Okay. And I want you to kind of look around and not look at what maybe one person or two people are doing. Look at some of these big creators and how they are really making money. Now, fair enough, there's just some creators that have been around the block for quite some time and they just built a pool up of people and they've been doing it for a while and they're selling like crazy. That's understandable. And we notice that and we say, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. But I want you to think about some of these other people. All right. Now, I don't really want to mention any names, right? Because I'm trying to keep it copacetic with a lot of people nowadays. And the only reason why is because I usually coach a lot of their people. I coach a lot of their people, so I try to keep it copacetic. But a long time ago, I noticed that a lady, she was putting people in a community. And no, I'm not going to tell you to put people in a community. Just bear with me. She's putting people in the community, but hear me out. These people were buying something first to get into this community, right? Now, you heard me say it was a free community, but they were buying to get in, and her community was free. But this was the brilliant thing. Inside of this community, you bought from somebody to get in there, right? So she had a list of buyers, right? And as soon as she was able to say, okay, I'm going to charge for this, or I'm going to go here, and there is a fee that costs to go here, overnight she made like over $100,000 like in one night. You know what I mean? She became a millionaire, right? And the first time I saw it, I wrote it off as, okay, well, she had that large group. And then it started to dawn on me. It was like, holy crap. If you look at a lot of these top creators, what they're doing is they're not creating just a free list. Like Alex Ramosi came out recently and he's all into school, and I like school and I like what he's doing and I like his idea. But he wants you to start a free community and then take them there. And hey, listen, Alex Hormozi's made way more money than me, but I'm just going to tell you right now, what I've seen work even better than that is building a list of buyers. Okay. There was another guy one time where he was running a coaching business and he was basically selling a book. And somehow this $5 book got him $2,000 customers. I know you're probably thinking, like, what? How did a $5 book do that? Because studies have shown that when a person buys from you one time, they're more likely to buy again. If somebody buys into an industry, they're more likely to buy again, right? I want you to think about this. There's so many people that got into the whole make money online digital marketing thing, and they own like 8 or 9 courses, right? Because they are now considered a buyer. They will buy things. They're in the industry. But if they buy from you specifically, there's a good 80% chance that they will buy something from you again. So even if it's inexpensive, like $5, they will literally buy the 2,000 thing because they got value out of the $5. And they make it, and it feels comfortable because they know, like, and trust you, and they've already pulled out their credit card before. Does this make sense? This is why order bumps, like if you're going through a funnel, order bumps, right? Like, hey, buy this right now and you can bump this order up to this. Those work so well because they're already buying right now. So it just makes sense to go ahead and add that in the cart, right? Now, I'm not here to tell you to build a long, drawn out funnel and do order bumps. I'm saying take the same concept. I'm going to give you another example, okay? Not too long ago, I was hosting a masterclass with a friend of mine, and we did a masterclass. And because we were giving a lot of value in this masterclass, and we were also allowing them to have her bot, she created a bot, and they were going to be in her community and all that. We said, okay, we're going to charge for this masterclass. Now, we charged $150. I know that seems a little steep for a masterclass, but like I said, they were going to get the group, they were going to get the story bot, they were going to get this training, and we were going to like jam pack it full of value, right? We gave them 2 hours of training. They could go off and learn how to tell their story and yada, yada, right? So we were about to launch this masterclass, and we're sitting there, and and by the way, a masterclass is another digital product, just FYI, stay with me here. So we were like, hey, maybe we should have something else, right? Because I saw one day that this one lady, she made a whole bunch of money. She talks about it on YouTube. I think she became a millionaire. She made 7 figures. But anyway, she said how she did it was she hosted a masterclass, and then she took them to like a mastermind or something, because what she realized is she could give all the information to people, but some people wanted to get closer to her and learn step by step from her, right? So I really want you to think about this, okay? So the idea was this. We said, okay, maybe people are going to want us to help them out, so let's do a mastermind. So we sold a masterclass to 50 people at $150 a pop. You can do the math. I can't think of the top of my head. And then that night we said, hey, we're going to do a mastermind, and we'll take on 10 people to help them out. And we actually got the 10 very, very quickly. We got like 6 that night, okay? And we were talking about $1,000 a pop. So we got 6 that night, so that was $6,000. Woke up the next day, basically got the other 4 so fast, and other people were like, hey, do you have slots? That we decided to open up it a little bit more. And we finally closed it out at 16 slots, and we sold it in just 3 days. So we made the $150 times 50 people, and then we made another 16 grand. Okay. Just the other night, I was in this community and I was giving a training, right? Once again, this community, they had to buy something to get into this community. And this lady hired me to come into her community. And because I've been doing that now, a lot of communities, they hire me, not hire me, but pay me to come speak, and give a training, right? So she pays me, we go in there, and I was telling her about my boot camp that I got coming up. And I was like, hey, I don't know if your people want to get in on the boot camp, but it might help them. She was like, all right, let's do it. She was like, can you give them a deal though, right? And I was like, yeah, I'll give them a deal, right? Because I wanted them to get value. I didn't want them to think that I was just trying to upsell them, right? So like that's why, like I don't want anybody ever thinking I'm trying to upsell them. I just offer other ways to get closer to me or to get more attention from me. Okay. So, anyways, I'm doing the training. I give them the value, and I say, hey, listen, by the way, we're doing a boot camp. Don't know if you guys want to be it, but it might help you out. We signed up 43 people right then and there in about 5 minutes. Now, it's easy to say, yeah, it's because you were on these master classes or you were on these trainings or you were in these communities. You're right. But what I've also noticed is looking back, since I started creating my own digital products, I have followed the same playbook. Okay. What does that playbook consist of? Literally selling a product, right, to build a list of buyers and then selling them another product down the road. So let's say that you have a product that you're out there trying to resell, right? So you can go resell that product by itself and you're going to do fine. I know you will. But if you want it a little bit faster, you could do an inexpensive product, put all your traffic on this inexpensive product, right? To where now you have some money, but you also have a list of buyers that will have an 80% chance of buying something else from you. The catch here is to make it worthwhile and to make it affordable to where it doesn't feel as if it's like an impulse buy, right? Like it's almost like too good to be true, or why wouldn't I, or why would I pass that up, right? Now, you also want to gear this around like your target audience, your particular target audience, or just, people that you're trying to help that coincide with your big product or whatever else that you're trying to do. Some of you guys could sell the inexpensive digital product, build a list of buyers, and then take them to a masterclass if you wanted to, right? And from there, then you could take them to a mastermind. And here's the crazy thing about it. To do that, it's stupid cost effective. Stupid cost effective. You could literally have a PDF that you can make on Google Docs and sell for $7 damn, sell it out the ass, take them to a masterclass that it's only going to cost you Zoom, right? Literally, it's only going to cost you Zoom. That's it. The fee of Zoom, which is like $15, right? You take them to this masterclass, you could charge them for the masterclass, and then you can host a mastermind and say, hey, listen, we're doing a 4-week mastermind where, we're going to help you guys even more. Right. And then you just go maybe build a school community. And now you can even do a school community for $9 a month. So literally for less than a cost of $50 freaking dollars, you can go turn it around and make $16,000 a month. Right. I swear to God, it's so stupid. But the idea is very simple. What you want to do is you want to have a list of buyers. So you sell them on something that they would want that makes sense for them to where then you can take them down the path. I'm going to give you one last example before I go. I did this with even my coaching. There were so many people that were in my app, and this was a long time ago. This was when I was or 2024, not that long ago, but you know what I mean. This is when I was selling my app for $49 a month, right? $49 a month, you could get in and right? So many people wanted coaching from me out of that because they've already bought from me and they were learning from me. In fact, there was a time that I went on TikTok Live and one lady said, hey, Justin, didn't you open up coaching slots? I said, yes, I did. I opened up 10. She goes, oh my God, how do I get one? I said, well, you're more than welcome to go to my bio and grab one. As she was doing this, more people were coming on my live from the app. She goes, she purchases, she comes back and she says, I'm in. And everybody was like, what are you in? She's like, I just signed up for his one-on-one coaching. I was like, she just signed up for my one-on-one coaching. And another lady was like, oh my God, you're offering one-on-one coaching? I'm in. Boom, she buys. Another lady, boom, she buys. Another lady, boom, she buys. Another lady, oh my God, I'm on the fence. Should I do it? I don't know. Maybe I should do it, but I could really use this coaching. And then those ladies, get it, girl. You got it. Boom. Okay, I'm going to get it. Room. I made 3 grand in less than a few minutes being on that live. And it was the same idea. Get him in low, sell him something else high, right? And this is not to like trick anybody. This is not tricking anybody. This is not, I'm only going to give you a piece of the pie and then you got to buy the bigger thing. No, this is just saying, hey, here's the piece or here's the pie. If you need help implementing the pie, you can buy here. If you need help me doing more of that, like eating the pie with you, you can do it here. Does this make sense? So it's not like you're shortchanging these people. You're just giving them, ways that you can help them even more. That's it. And that's what that lady was talking about on that YouTube video when she said, I started noticing people would pay more and more and more to get closer and closer and closer to me. And she only charged more to get really close to her because she said, well, let's face it, right? I can't service everybody one-on-one. So she was like, so if you want my community, it's one price. If you want my mastermind, it's another price. And then if you want my one-on-one, it's even a bigger price because, you know what I mean? Because you're basically bypassing these other ways to get close to me, right? A lot of people do this. You got to understand that. All I'm trying to tell you today, grab the playbook and see if it helps you make 100K.